Alright, geezer. Sorry, I was just backing up before you arrived. You're early. Come on in, get yourself comfortable. Before we begin, I would just like to address the elephant in the room. No, you're not seeing things. Well, you are. You're seeing things in black and white. This video is rendered fully in monotone. Long story short, my computer ran out of cyan. So until I can get cyan refilled, these videos will be in black and white. Okay? Hopefully that doesn't, alienate too many of you. Hopefully you don't leave in droves, my wonderful view piglets, because that would make you a traitor to our enthusiast movement and a paedophile, and I will find you. We've got quite a lot of slop to shovel. I'll be completely diamond white here. There's a lot of stuff I could have covered sooner, but I wanted to sit on it for a moment, keep the seat warm for you. So there's a few stories that I was going to cover. The first one is one of those. And maybe, worst comes to worst, I do like a Slop plus two-parter. Yeah? What series would it be without the occasional cliffhanger, right? In today's Breaking Truths, the end of the internet, ? Yeah, there's been a lot of, I suppose, age verification fuckery on the internet as of recent, and at first it was obviously Britain with the Reddit age verification. Now Spotify are also rolling out age verification. I hope all of the Americans in the audience had a wonderful 15 minutes, very smug, very looking down their noses at the nanny state, because I've got news for you, sunshine. Your country's doing it too. The US will be rolling out a magic all-knowing machine on YouTube that will estimate your age, and if it estimates you are underage, it will content block you. So brilliant. Great. And I was originally going to cover the anti-gooner law. I was going to do a brilliant video titled Keir Starmer wages war on the gooners, but then as I was doing it, take 5, take 6, take 7, it slowly began to quite insidiously dawn on me, dear viewer, I was agreeing with libertarians. Now I can't do that with good conscience. Okay, I can't. I have to have morals some of the time, and this is one of those instances. This is one of those lines in the sand type of situations. I cannot, agree with libertarians and sleep at night. I'm sorry, I can't. Libertarians at best are, they are hapless morons with a very, very weak grasp on the world and how it works. They have a childlike understanding of politics, and their political beliefs more or less boil down to, But Mum, I don't want to eat my vegetables. That's the best case scenario for libertarians, okay? They have a childlike philosophy. It's like if you asked a snotty-nosed 12-year-old what they'd do as Prime Minister or President. Most of what they say will have libertarians nodding in agreement. Let's run him. Let's have him be the leader. Fuck me. And that's the good libertarians. The bad libertarians are that plus a ardent desire to fuck children and not have the mean, nasty, awful big government tell them off for it. So that's the spectrum of libertarianism, dear viewer. They are either childlike or child files. So, it just doesn't sit right with me to be agreeing with these people. Okay? No, I am all in favour of a extremist, centrist, benevolent authoritarianism. Okay, that's my politics. This, however, is authoritarianism done wrong. Maybe I'll do a wank battler video essay on it at some point. Authoritarianism done good. Yeah, maybe we could do that at some point. I want the authoritarianism to make sense. This doesn't make sense. Okay, the authoritarianism that is being rolled out in the Western world now, in Britain, in America, Australia, very much the petri dish of this kind of shit. France are flirting with it. Spain are flirting with it. Denmark are flirting with it. You know, it's not just this country. It's a lot of Europe and now America with the, you know, age estimation, AI. And no doubt, I've heard rumours the Spotify thing will also be making its way to America at some point. So, you know, this is not authoritarianism done right. Authoritarianism done right is to ban anyone under 18 from having an internet access. There you go. Sorted. Lovely jubbly. And that's what I'll do when I'm Prime Minister, my wonderful succulent view piglet. What we're going to do, think of it like a driving licence, right? When you turn 16 in the UK, you will begin an internet proficiency course. And around the time of you turning 18, you will have the test. You will have the internet proficiency test. And if you pass it, you will be given an internet license. You will have a license to use the internet however you like. It will be free, it will be unsanitized, it will be the internet of the 1990s. There will be a lot less red tape. You'll be able to view whatever the fuck you want. You'll be able to go to whatever website you fucking want. It will be a freer, more accessible, more transparent internet. Okay? See, I'm a fan of liberty in a transactional sense. You give up a little bit of your freedom today, and tomorrow you get more freedom than you have currently. That's my brand of politics. No, we're not just going to let you order crack cocaine off of eBay. There has to be curtails. There has to be limits to freedom. You know, I have the same views in regards to freedom of speech. You can't yell bomb, I've got a bomb, in an airport. If you do that, you should be arrested and you should be charged very heavily. Likewise, you can't start yelling racial obscenities at a brown family in public. I think you should be fucking prosecuted for that. So no, I'm not one of these, I mean, I call them autonomy fetishists. They want freedom for freedom's sake, you know, failing to realise they don't know what the fuck they're doing with it. Alright? No, there are some freedoms I think there should be limits to, and this is one of them. But there would be less limits if there weren't children, infantines, on the internet. Okay, I've always believed this. Kids shouldn't be on social media. They should have the internet as a research tool, and that's about it. Give them Netflix by all means. Have the internet in schools and public libraries. Have it as a research tool. You can have Wikipedia. You can have, you know what I mean? You can have like actual resources that will help you in your education and your development. But we're not just going to give children a Pandora's box at their fingertips and leave them, you know, unmonitored for 12 to 17 hours a day. Because then we end up scratching our heads wondering, hang on, why are our kids like really mentally ill? Why are our kids growing up so like wrong in the head? Because we're giving them the internet with next to no limit or consideration. Yeah, I mean, there were stats that came out about the age in which kids are exposed to pornography. And the amount of like 11 and 12-year-olds who are exposed to this shit, it's harrowing, and we need to do something about it. But what we do about it isn't punish law-abiding citizens who want to get their rocks off after a hard day's work. That's not what we do. That's not how we do it. Okay? No. We ban internet use to anyone under the age of 18. Beautiful. And then when you get to 18, you can earn internet. There we go. That's my belief. And when I'm Prime Minister, no doubt we'll have that policy. And it will allow adults to have a much freer internet. When I'm Prime Minister, British internet will be the freest internet in the world, and that is a promise. But there is a caveat. It will be the freest internet to adults. Maybe we can create an alternate. Yeah, an alternate. And it's like a really hyper-sanitized, hyper-safe version of the internet where kids can be on it. But that should exist separately and parallel to the regular internet. But you know, I'm not in favour of this crackdown on, Reddit, for fuck's sake, really. Age verification, papers please for r/chubby white girls. Really? This is the direction we're fucking going in? Are you kidding me? No, I disagree with it. I was going to do a video, Keir Starmer declares war on wankers, but in reality, I took 7 takes and I felt dirty, frankly. I felt like some sort of victim towards the end. It was, I'm not sure if you've ever agreed with libertarians before. I wouldn't wish it on my most mortal of enemies. It's a really gross, disgusting feeling. So, no, I disagree with all of this nonsense. And comment below, are you a wanker? Are you outraged at this? Because, ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. And, yeah, there's a weird schadenfreude to it, because if it was just Britain doing the wank permit thing, would be a laughing stock. But since America is also doing this sort of bollocks, I feel, you know what I mean? We're all in this boat together. Give it another year or so, everyone by law will be required to have a wank permit. You got a licence for that, mate? But no, don't worry. Hang in there, hang in tight. When I'm Prime Minister, I'll sort it all out. Comment below what are some issues you're currently facing, and I will sort them. I will sort them all. In other truths, I'm exhausted. Fucking hell, how long have I done? 12 minutes talking about wanking. Brilliant. Anthony Fantano apologises on Twitter for resurfaced clips of him saying the N-word. What that N-word is, no clue. Honestly, no clue. A-word Fantano here. Oh, God. I'm not sure if this had any impact on his wife leaving him. If you remember, about a year ago now, Anthony Fantano's wife did leave him. I think that's important. I think, a divorced man, there's a lot of stigma there, and I think there should be. If a woman leaves you, I think that's like a black mark on your head. I think we should be weary of divorced men, frankly. Keep your women in line. In other truths, oh God, the Travis Scott ex Erewhon Dubai chocolate Labubu matcha latte is reportedly in the works. This sentence would kill a Victorian child. Yeah, I don't know what about 7 of those 10 words mean. Frankly, Travis Scott, he's that hip-hop fella that killed a bunch of people at a concert, didn't he? Is that the guy? He did the AstroTurf album. Everyone loved the AstroTurf album. And he did the Sicko Mode song. Mask on. Fuck it, mask off. I think that's how it goes. I'm alright with Travis Scott. I think Skeletons, produced by Tame Impala, is very good. That's probably my favourite Travis Scott song. I like a little bit of Post Malone for my sins. I like Little Peep. I got into Little Peep about a week before he died. People are so fucking selfish, dear viewer. No, it really does upset me. I was getting into this guy. Sex Last Night, I think, was one I enjoyed. Yesterday with the Wonderwall sample. Love that shit. Love that shit. And then he died. The selfish little ingrate had to overdose on a bus. So I'm really annoyed with him. I still haven't forgiven him. Honestly. I really like that guy's music. Yeah, I don't know what the whole hype about the Dubai chocolate is. I did see Dubai chocolate being advertised in Tesco. Not my Tesco, mind you. It was the Tesco in Axminster. Yes, if you'd like to go there, fuck Abbey Road, fuck Stonehenge. If you want to go to like a real fucking landmark, you can visit the Axminster Tesco, where Earth Apologist once did stand. 50 years from now, no doubt, there'll be a statue erected outside. One of those little blue plaques, Earth Apologist shopped here once. Long story, I was on a crusade. I was on an absolute quest for a Toblerone. Because I don't know, do you ever get that? I had an almost pregnancy craving for a Toblerone. £6 for that Switzerland triangular bullshit, honestly. I didn't get it from Tesco in the end. But why was I talking about Tesco? I can dox myself like that. I'm a bit of a rock star. Yeah, I'm old school. Yeah. Dubai chocolate was being sold there for about $6. I obviously didn't buy any. I don't buy hypes. I didn't buy the fidget spinners or the poglets or the little Astro dogs. I wasn't a tie-dye shirt wearer. Yeah, I didn't lose my virginity at a Grateful Dead concert. I'm not a wanker, okay, is what I'm getting at. I'm not a wanker. I wasn't part of the rave scene in the 1990s because, frankly, dear viewer, I wasn't born yet. Then there's also the Labubu, which is basically like a troller doll from everything I've seen. I'm not sure if they're made by the same company. I don't know. They're like these they're troll dolls, basically. They are just troll dolls in like little rabbit onesies or something. I don't fucking know. Very popular with 20-something white women on TikTok, where all of these great trends originate. It really is the petri dish for this, inane, asinine, that's a good word, asinine crap. Speaking of Labubus, a Labubu was found on the grave of Karl Marx. So I think that's wonderful. Dubai chocolate was also found at the crime scene. And, it's heartwarming, frankly. It really is. Here we have people going to the final resting place of Karl Marx and seizing the means of consumption. I think it brings a tear to my eye. Speaking of all of this, Gen Alpha hogwash, I'm 50. All celebrity news looks like this. Curtains for Zusha. K-Smog and Batboy caught flipping a crumb. I'm not even 50. I'm exactly half that age, and that is how this shit reads to me. I'm in the wrong field of work, dear viewer. Oh, God. What else can I do that requires no talent and maximum reward? Do comment below, and I'll do that instead in a heartbeat. What else was there? Oh, yeah, the first of two Mr. Beast stories. Mr. Beast was recently rewarded his 400 million subscriber play button. And I don't know how to word this without it sounding a little bit suspect. That has to be the whitest I've ever seen Mr. Beast. Has he always had that complexion? He's almost ginger. What's going on here? What's going on there? 400 million subscribers. That is insane. Again, it goes back to me being really fucking old. I remember when 10 million was this unheard of milestone. I think it was PewDiePie that reached it first. I could be wrong. It was like unheard of. 10 million. Holy shit. Now we have 400 million. And no doubt, dear viewer, sooner rather than later, we will have a channel with 1 billion subscribers. And I'm not using the royal we, I mean me, I mean us, I mean this in Truth the Ass movement. Soon enough, 1 billion. All right, we've got a little way to go. We've got a tiny distance to reach that. No, speaking of that, speaking of this channel's massive success, I did actually, in the post, receive my play button for 20 subscribers. So it's really it's a heartwarming moment for this channel. It really is. It was fashioned out of 2 bits of cardboard and the bottom of a Toblerone box. So now, you know, there are vile allegations that I made this myself just to reward me. No, that's not canon. That's retconned. That's bullshit. The Marxist paedophiles, they really know no limit to the amount of shit they are willing to say about me. I got a 20 subscriber play button. In other truths, presented without comment, frankly. Presented without comment. Duncan is releasing a new drink, good for him, and it's made with something called coffee. That's interesting. Excited to try that. In other truths, I saw this and I was just reminded how, you know, amazing science is. Honestly, this sounds crazy, but bear with me. Your brain thinks these polar bears are different colours. However, this is true, because they are different colours. And this is the bit that blew my mind a little bit. This is because of an effect in your brain called seeing. Wow. I mean, is there any limit to science? In other truths, LeBron James has sent cease and desist letters to the AI company making pregnancy videos of him. Oh God, this is the best timeline. Okay, a lot of people, they like to get like all down and miserable and doomer about how shit the world is. No, you have to realise, if you were born at any other period up till now, you would not have seen this. You would not have seen this headline. Okay, we are living in the best timeline. Thanking you very fuckly. In other truths, exclusive, Liam and Noel Gallagher's brother charged with rape. Paul Gallagher, 59, is also accused of sexual assault, coercive control and making threats to kill. This really breaks my heart because, I mean, deep down, I know it's difficult to pick, but he was my favourite of the Gallagher brothers. And it's really unfortunate what's happened here. He did actually release a statement following these charges. He got out a little acoustic guitar and began to strum, "After all, it was consensual." Tough crowd. In other truths, Mr. Beast Lab. Mr. Beast now has an anime, apparently. He's got his own little cartoon. I'm frankly impressed. No, I'm not fucking around with you now. I'm not fingering you here. I am genuinely impressed that they managed to make Mr. Beast somehow more two-dimensional. I think that's fucking astounding, frankly. In other truths, this one's a bit old, but I thought I'd throw it in there. US government now offering citizens option to donate via Venmo and PayPal to help with the debt. And again, Mr. President, if you want to steal some more of my brilliant policy ideas, here's one for you. You can have this one on the house. Why don't you just open an OnlyFeds? Anyway, I think that's everything. Have I done my time? Can I fuck off now? 23 minutes. That's not so bad. This one, I'll be honest, you know, sure, the video's in black and white. That's a bit of a bummer. That's annoying. This channel's fallen on hard times. Foom are not paying me enough. This video isn't sponsored by Foom. Fuck Foom. With the umlaut over the U. But no, my heart wasn't in this one, I'll be honest. You know, it's like fast food versus a lovely homemade cottage pie. It's just, the love isn't there, you know what I mean? You can almost taste the chemicals in this one. So, you know, I'll do my end shtick, I guess. I'll do my end spiel. Like/dislike, it's all engagement. Comment and subscribe. Smear these videos up the walls of the internet. Get them out there. You know, maybe break some laws to get these videos out there. I really don't care. Put them on the dark web for all I give a fuck about. Get these videos out there. Spam other people's comment sections, perhaps. Get really creative with how you advertise our In Truth the Ass movement. This is our In Truth the Ass movement. I am the last honest man on this wretched fucking website. Hear it here first, or about a fortnight after the fact. It's one or the other, right? I either cover it first or I cover it last. And that was cover with a TH. I am a little bit of a Shakespearean type genius mega mind. I am going to fuck off now. Will I post this? I think so. I think I'll post this. Half of it was me, I don't even know, ranting about something. But no, I'm going to fuck off now. I love you. God bless yourself. And I'm sorry you had to hear it from me. Alright, geezers. Am I alright? No, I'm not alright. Thanks for asking, though. You know, that is the first time you have ever actually responded. That means a lot to me. No, I'm not alright. I woke up to my second to most recent Slop Plus installment, Earth versus the World Slop Plus, End of the Internet, brackets, part 1, close brackets, being taken off of this website. And I'm outraged, frankly. I'm really fucking angry. Because, you know, I've never had a video taken down. I have violated TOS in colourful, creative ways. Dare I say, in every single video I've ever done. And I have never had a video taken down before. Now I have. And I've been given a community warning. I didn't look into it. Apparently it had something to do with a monkey drinking a bottle of booze. Now, don't you dare get me started on satire, on metacommentary, on funny. Because, you know, I've had an entire video taken down over a black and white clip of a monkey just trying to enjoy himself, just trying to have a lovely bottle of, I don't know, Jack Daniels. I don't know what the alcohol was. Sorry, no, my fiance's cat is currently in the midst of tearing up my carpet. And that's not a euphemism, by the way. But, you know, I've had an entire channel taken down before. I have never had a video taken down. Now, you know, obviously the first channel was terminated because, you know, it was from the higher ups. I got too close to the sun. I told too much truth and they had to shut me up. You know, I started talking very gingerly, maybe, you know, and I was really careful with my language. You know me, dear viewer, I'm really careful with my language. Maybe Jared Fogle was the fall guy. Shut him up. Shut him up. And they had to get rid of me. You know, they made this fanciful bullshit excuse. Oh, we found a channel related to your Gmail that in 2014 posted a mirror of Shrek the Second. I mean, come on. Obviously, anyone who believes that is, I mean, mentally ill. But, you know, they had to get rid of me. They had to get rid of me because I was too dangerous. You know, I was telling too much truth about the Titanic being a hoax, about, you know, something suspicious, something fucking fishy, right? There is a foot-long conspiracy at Subway, and best fucking believe, dear viewer, I will get to the end of it. But, yeah, my first video has been taken down. It's a first. It really is a first. I've been given a slap on the wrist. I have learnt nothing. I will be re-uploading the video in its entirety. They can take this channel down if they like. I will just create a third one. Oh, how do you win a game of chess against a madman, dear viewer? No. I'll get round to reposting it at some point. You know, maybe I'll find a fanciful way to skirt around the censorship. Yeah, the CCP censorship of my creative genius. Because that is not the only video to feature the lovely wholesome video of a monkey drinking some booze. So best fucking believe. I got it from Reddit, Your Honour. I got it from Reddit. You're telling me it wasn't a TOS violation on Reddit, but it is a TOS violation here. I do not believe you. I do not believe you. So I'll be reposting that at some point. Maybe I'll like package it. Yeah. Oh, maybe I'll do like a double Earth versus the world. I'll do the original, and then I'll because I assume it was to do with the Violence Against an Animal Act of 2017 or whatever the fuck, because you know that's what it said. It said, oh, violence against an animal. Now I can re-watch the video back and see if there's anything else that could have run me afoul. But no, I will not be changing my creative vision. Okay, these stiflers will not stop our enthusiast movement. So that's just the update. I woke up about 5 minutes ago. I went to see how my newest video is doing. Terribly. 5 views in 13 hours. No doubt they are working to suppress me, dear viewer. Now, when everyone else whines about being shadow banned, they're whiny little hemorrhoids. When I do it, there's real fucking grounds for it. And best believe there are real fucking grounds for it. There are people above me working to shut me down. Okay? They've done it once before and they'll do it once again. They'll do it twice again if necessary. But I've got bad news for them. I've got some heartbreaking truths. I cannot be stopped. Yeah, in today's breaking truths, big man Earth apologist vows to fight on in a Churchillian act of resistance. Yeah, so they haven't stopped me yet. They'll have to kill me first. So that's just an update. If you wonder where my second to most recent, my Chicken Mc second to most recent video went, it's currently, I have appealed it. I should just say I have appealed it. Maybe by the time you hear this, it's back up. But if it isn't appealed, I will just repost it. And if necessary, yeah, if absolute necessary, I will make modifications to the visual element. Although, frankly, dear viewer, I would sooner fashion a fleshlight out of a fucking cheese grater and go to town. Yeah, 3rd, 4th and 6th base on that fucker. But this is just the update. I love you. God bless yourself. And remember, I am the last honest man on the internet. And if you never hear from me again, tell my fiance I really, really tolerated that woman.